Yeah, I'm still pissed, man. Dude, I gotta get over this. Hey, Lord Royals. That's actually a good song. I was listening to Randy Marsh from South Park doing his Lord thing. Oh, it's so funny. South Park. I don't watch it anymore, but man, it was so funny. So it shows up on my phone. Listen to South Park, Randy Marsh doing Lord on South Park, and the thing that shows up on my phone here is Lord Royals, which I love that song actually, but just the phone doesn't listen to you. Okay. Anyway, so I did a video yesterday. Now I'm mad about Ed McQuarrie, and I love Ed. I just love the guy. He's a big, well, I don't know if he still is, but I imagine he's still a big lib. And that's okay. We can get along. I mean, he's obviously wrong in his politics, but that doesn't mean he's a bad person. But he just, to reiterate, he threw his name, and Ed, so frustrating. He threw his name onto this article in Advisor Perspectives with this guy named William Bernstein. And for some reason, everybody in my field thinks William Bernstein's all that in a bag of chips. He's written a couple good, interesting pieces, but he just seems very, very pompous to me. Very ego-driven. I don't get why everyone sweats this guy. It's weird to me. I mean, there's tons of guys who write, and ladies, better than him, more detailed, thought-provoking stuff, but I don't get it. But anyway, be it as it may. So, so one of the things they cite is Vanguard shows you that the cohort age 55 to 64 only has, 72,000 to 95,000 in their retirement account, and then they say that's custodied at Vanguard. All right, and I was like, when I was reading, and I didn't talk about this part yesterday because I didn't want to make the video too long, but I say that's custodied at Vanguard. Do you not? What? All right. So anyway, so that means Vanguard's 401k plans that are in Vanguard, the median balance for a guy 55 to 64 in that plan that's held at Vanguard is, we'll just say for simplicity, $80,000. Okay. Well, that's not great, right? I mean, 55 to 64, they only have $80,000 in that plan that's held at Vanguard. So I looked at the Vanguard paper on this, and I said, what's the median tenure for these people? Not this cohort specifically, but just for Vanguard enrollees in their 401k plans. It's 6 years. The median tenure, that i.e. how long people have been employed at the employer, is all of 6 years for people who are in that 401k plan. All right, now their median age is about 42. So I said, okay, let's just say a guy who's 55 to 64 has a 33% higher tenure than the median guy. So that means the guy who's age 55 to 64 has been at his current firm for 8 years. All right? That means everything he did up till 8 years ago is not included in the Vanguard accounts unless he moved his previous plan into his new plan, which how many people did? Well, I'd say 8%, 10%. I don't have any numbers on that, but the vast majority, I guarantee, don't. So all of this guy's work history from the age of 15 all the way up to between 55 and 64 minus 8 years, all right? So it'd be 47 and 56. Between 47 and 56 is not included in Vanguard's numbers. All of it. And this is just accounts held at Vanguard in that 401k plan. I haven't seen if it includes their IRAs. I don't know. So then I said, okay, let's look at the Survey for Consumer Finances instead. And the Survey for Consumer Finances, which is basically the gold standard of what we're looking at for the BLS. And you look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Survey of Consumer Finances, SCF. We say, okay, what is the median retirement account balance for that cohort, 55 to 64? Well, unfortunately, the Survey of Consumer Finances only goes up to 2022, but even then, the median retirement account balance, i.e. everything in the aggregate, is $185,000, well above twice what the Vanguard study says. Oh, by the way, the Vanguard study, the SEF is only 2022, which happened to end with the worst bond market we've ever seen in history, and during a bear market in stocks. All right, so that's probably, other than March 9th of 2009 or March of 2003, was the worst time you could have picked to show account balances. So from 2002 all the way to today, the market has averaged, it's up 10% this year on top of 25% the previous 2 years annualized. So from 2002, the market has averaged roughly 25% in 2023, 25% in 2024, and another 10% in 2025. So again, that's probably the worst case scenario is what we're picking out for the survey for consumer finances. I'm sitting there thinking, why didn't you use the survey of consumer finances? You can make a case on that because the case is very simple. All right, the median account balance is 185. But how many people actually have a retirement account in that 55 to 64-year-old cohort? And it turns out about 60% of the population has a retirement account. All right. So that means 40% of the population doesn't. That would be the argument to make, is say, hey, man, the people who have a retirement account are doing quite well. It's the people who don't. But to sit there and then turn around and say, that means we're whistling past the graveyard for this cohort on the whole, it's dumb. I don't understand it. Yeah, I got part 2 of this diatribe. I don't want to say here because I got to show you on paper. I'm going to show you when I'm doing a video on it later about how insane this wrong is and how insane the Center for Retirement Research is too. I said, do you not even read your own research? And we're going to get Andrew Biggs on tonight. And so if you want to ask questions on Andrew, by all means, jump on the live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific, and make sure if you have questions, you put it in caps so I can notate to ask that Andrew a question. So join us tonight. We'll see you.